Here is the Avast Security News Roundup for the week ending April 2nd, 2021. Ransomware gang wanted $40 million in Florida school cyber attack. The computer system of one of the nation's largest school districts was hacked by a criminal gang that encrypted district data and demanded $40 million in ransom, or it would erase the files and post students' and employees' personal information online. Broward County Public Schools said in a statement Thursday that there is no indication that any personal information has been stolen and that it made no extortion payments to the ransomware gang, which, as an apparent pressure tactic last week, posted screenshots of its online negotiations with the district to its site on the dark web. The Fort Lauderdale-based district said it is working with cybersecurity experts to investigate the incident and remedy affected systems. Efforts to restore all systems are underway and progressing well. We have no intentions of paying a ransom. The district did, after 2 weeks of back and forth, offer to pay $500,000, at which point the ransomware criminals apparently ended negotiations, according to the hackers' screenshots. GitHub Arctic Vault likely has leaked metadata patient records. The patient data from multiple providers appears to have been captured and subsequently leaked on the data repository GitHub Arctic Code Vault by third-party vendor metadata, according to a new collaborative report from security researchers M Ransome and Descent Doe of databreaches.net. Metadata provides revenue cycle services to healthcare systems and hospitals, including Medicaid eligibility, third-party liability, workers' compensation, and patient billing services. The data was discovered on the Arctic Code Vault, which is an open-source public data repository in a long-term archival facility designed to last for up to 1,000 years. Through the research, Ransome detected troves of protected health information tied to a single developer. The impact data included patients' names combined with one or more data elements, such as subscribers' ID, social security numbers, diagnosis, conditions, claim data, dates of service, medical procedure codes, insurance policy numbers, provider name, contact details, and dates of birth. All affected patients will receive free credit monitoring and identity theft services. McKenzie Scott grant scam more widely spread than initially thought. Scott announced last December that she had distributed almost $4.2 billion of her fortune to almost 400 organizations in the U.S., dedicated to making a positive social impact. Emails impersonating the McKenzie Bezos Scott Foundation continue to pour in, according to email security platform Iron Scales, who says the fraudulent messages reached at least 190,000 mailboxes. The messages purports to be from their charity organization saying that the recipient has been selected to receive a grant. The alleged funds could be released after replying with some personal details, full name and address, and paying a small processing fee required for the money transfer. Cybercriminals are quick to take advantage of high-profile events, such as billions being donated over a few months. They are also aware that some victims may not pay attention to typos and grammar mistakes. After all, even legitimate messages may contain mistakes or be sufficiently nondescript to raise suspicion. U.S. DOJ: phishing attacks use vaccine surveys to steal personal info. The U.S. Department of Justice warns of phishing attacks using fake post-vaccine surveys to steal money from people or tricking them into handing over their personal information. Attackers promise potential victims cash or prizes for filling out the fake surveys. Instead, they only harvest the filled out personally identifiable information to fuel fraud schemes involving identity theft. Consumers receive the surveys via emails and text messages and are told that as a gift for filling out the survey, they can choose from various free prizes, such as an iPad Pro, the DOJ said. The messages claim that the consumers need only pay shipping and handling fees to receive their prize. Victims provide their credit card information and are charged for shipping and handling fees, but never receive the promised prize. Victims also are exposing their personal identifiable information to scammers, thereby increasing the probability of identity theft. The DOJ Office of Public Affairs recommends avoiding clicking on links received via text messages or emails claiming to be a vaccine survey if they come from unknown and unverifiable sources. The rise of ransomware as a service. The RASS model means that almost anyone can enter this market and leverage the coding prowess of others. The affiliates don't have to worry about building and maintaining any malware infrastructure. Each affiliate is given a custom identifier code similar to how the legit programs work. This ensures that the affiliate is given credit and collects the appropriate commissions for their attacks. In a nutshell, the various RAS groups can be categorized into 3 groups. 1. Emerging screws that are just getting started and have just a few notable incidents. These include Exorcist, Lolkeg, and Rush. 2. Rising power centers which have had successful attacks and maintain blogs that advertise their services and shame their victims. This group includes DarkSide, Thanos, and Clop. 3. Top-tier organizations that have had numerous and well-publicized attacks and have been targeted by law enforcement, such as Doppelpaymer, Revil, and Ryuk. DarkSide, which is the company that offers ransomware as a service, also has developed both Windows and Linux-based exploits. Their initial compromise of Windows PCs installs a PowerShell script that immediately deletes volume shadow copies and prepares various database and email repositories for encryption and copying off-site. The malware typically enters an organization through a compromised third-party account and tries to access a virtual desktop session. The group has had a spike in activity between October and December of 2020, when the amount of DarkSide sample submissions had more than quadrupled. Past ransom demands have ranged from 200,000 to 2 million, depending on the size of the compromised organizations. They are once again picking up steam in March 2021. The managed service vendor CompuCom fell victim to a DarkSide attack. The company eventually revealed in a fact posted to its customers that DarkSide was the suspected origin. If you are compromised by DarkSide, prepare yourself against other forms of ransomware. Ensure your backups are intact and accurate. Intensify phishing awareness and education, and lock down your accounts with multi-factor authentication. Since the start of the pandemic, the threat vector has greatly increased, and the DarkSide is taking full advantage of that situation. And that wraps up this week's Avast Security News Roundup. Stay safe, stay secure. I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.